Welcome to Victoria Park, a stone's throw from the iconic cranes Samson and Goliath. They form part of the historic Harland and Wolff shipyards on the former Queen's Island. The 17-acre island was formed using waste material from the excavation of a channel leading from the docks to the River Lagan, known as the First Cut. The island was first used as a pleasure garden and even housed a crystal palace. Despite the initial popularity of the pleasure gardens, the Harbour Commission had been planning a new replacement park as early as the 1850s. By the 1870s, the last of the festivities in the Queen's Island Pleasure Park had ended, and it had become the shipbuilding site it is now remembered for. The closure of the gardens meant that there was no longer a park in the local area. But due to disagreements over the suitability of the proposed site of Victoria Park, it was many years before the construction of a new park began. Upon the opening of Victoria Park in 1906, around 30 years after the closure of Queen's Island, the Belfast newsletter noted that those who had made the effort to building a park on this site were commendable for making even such a dreary waste of a swamp and low-lying ground into a place where young and old could find rest and recreation in their leisure moments. The eventual success in opening the park came after many meetings, surveyor reports, and a lot of drainage. Public pressure was also a factor in the creation of the park, with working class groups campaigning for its creation. The park was laid out and landscaped by Charles McKim, who was the General Superintendent of Parks for Belfast and the former head gardener for the Botanic Gardens. Like the waterworks, the site was a popular spot for water-based activities and sports such as boating and swimming, although the pool wasn't completed until 1928. Alongside water sports, other sports such as tennis were also introduced. William Duff, who was the former chief engineer on the SS Magnetic, built a wooden shed in the park which was used to sell toys and sweets. The park still continues to be used as a recreational site, although like many other parks, it moved away from water-based activities in the latter half of the 20th century. Today, the park has a poetry trail which was contributed to by local primary school students and is etched onto metal plates. In 2015, the park saw major investment with the construction of the Sam Thompson Bridge, named after the playwright and trade unionist. As well as being popular with local residents, the park is also popular with wildlife and is home to many birds such as herons and mallards, with the park having been declared an area of special scientific interest due to the variety of different species which call it home.